Previously at Maker's Workshop.
Brooke said that I had too much wood and that I couldn't keep it all. I am building a tent to keep wood in.
It's a good thing that Michael built the wood hut because there's a stack of logs sitting on the property.
Some guys collect sports cars. I collect logs.
It just doesn't end, you know?
So I called my buddy Chris to help me mill it into lumber.
Chris. I am a sawyer based out of Marshfield, Massachusetts, and I run a Woodmizer LT40 wide.
My dad also came to help. He likes helping. I didn't ask him to help, he just showed up. I asked Chris to come help, and my dad just came to help. I am an expert tractor driver. I maneuver with finesse and purpose, and I rarely bump into things.
I'm still unsure where the tractor even came from at this point.
The process of sawing a log is actually pretty cool. These logs obviously are huge and really dense and really heavy, so the sawmill has hydraulics on it. So that's the first step, is sort of lining the log up with the mill. The mill will use these hydraulic lifters to lift up a log up to around 4,000 pounds, and then the log sort of lands right on the bunks. And then the mill has all of these other tools on it that also run off hydraulics to sort of situate the log so that you can run the bandsaw down it multiple times and create lumber.
To streamline things and make it so we can get through as many of these logs as possible, I was lining them up with the tractor while Chris was operating the mill. Where's Brooke? No one knows. Not sure. Probably getting a snack.
I've been here the whole time. My task for the day was managing the wood hut and just generally handling the slabs after they came off the mill. Fresh cut slabs like these have a really high moisture content and they're gonna lose a lot of water before they can be worked with. Everything I'm doing with these in the wood hut is with minimizing warping in mind. In between each slab, I'm placing stickers, and that's just a thin strip of plywood that's going to serve as a spacer. With each layer, it's important that the stickers line up with each other. And then the final step is strapping each stack. I'm getting as much tension as possible. This will add even more pressure, which minimizes the warping, but also this will keep the slabs from toppling over. In addition to being inconvenient, because there's so much weight here, it can actually be kind of dangerous if slabs start falling over. Wood in general is heavy, wet slabs are even heavier. The goal for today is just to fill this wood hut up with as much wet lumber as possible to do its initial air dry out here before we move it into the wood drying kiln. The tent should protect these from the elements and critters and so on.
Hickory,
Yeah,
we're doing oak now.
all right.
So maybe oak here
Yeah, I think let's do by type.
or oak there.
How long of the oak? Let's do oak right there.
See up there?
Yeah.
And then leaves again. With everyone up and running, doing their designated jobs, we started cruising through the day like an American-made automobile on cruise control. We were like a finely crafted watch from Switzerland. Everyone was doing what they were supposed to do. So all kidding aside, this is hard work. There's a lot of heavy lifting. There are saw blades literally flying through the air. You only want to do this with people that have some sort of inkling as to how to run the machinery, people that you trust, work well together with, and you want to do everything as safely as possible. Wood is heavy as it is. Wet wood is even heavier. Logs are round, things roll. Be careful, be attentive. Long story short, this is not something you want to just casually do on a whim. You want to know what you're doing, do your research, make it happen. The only person that I know that knows how to drive this tractor better than me is my nephew George. Drives a tractor with finesse.
I had no idea he knew how to do that.
Nah.
Can't keep up with George.
Something that was really fun about this day is that my family came.
Something neat about the lumber that we're milling is that it's all salvaged locally.
But since it's salvaged lumber, every once in a while we get one that is not so great. It might be full of punk or rot, and those unfortunately go into the burn pile.
Yeah, I mean, that's perfect for epoxy work.
It's all good because otherwise all of this would have been heading for the chipper.
Where the keep or get rid of? Get rid of?
I think I don't know, let's pop it over there.
But a really big upside to using salvaged lumber is that you get really interesting figure, grain pattern, spalting, and just some really neat pieces of wood.
My favorite species of wood has got to be sugar maple.
Wow. It's like you're unveiling a present.
And then I told my family to leave because I only had one day to get this done and the sun was starting to go down. So I needed them to leave so I could actually work. My dad stayed. He likes helping.
As the day went on, the pile of wet logs got smaller and the stacks in the wood hut started building up. Who wants to try it first?
Mushrooms are really good. Yeah, I guess they grow up where my mom lives, all over the place. I wasn't sure if I should eat the mushrooms or not, so I didn't.
Partway through the day, completely ran out of the stickers that I'd pre-cut, so I hopped over onto the bandsaw and cut down some plywood into more stickers. It was an easy fix, and I love a little sticking time.
After Chris left, the second half of slab day really started, and that was cleanup. Do you think it'll be okay if we don't like unstack it at all though?
We also didn't get everything into the wood hut by the end of the day. There was big piles of wet slabs just sitting on the driveway still that we needed to lug into the wood hut and strap down in the dark, which was fine. It wasn't a big deal. But we did essentially pull an all-nighter to make this happen. Do you have something to say?
Nah. Okay. Are you taking a picture?
Oh, this is a video.
Huh?